Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big catch-all happy planner for the week of June 20th through 26th. I believe it's the 23rd, but I could be wrong, is National Pink Day. I just know it's at some point during this week. So I'm going to do a pink spread in my catch-all this week. Really embrace that holiday spirit, I guess. Also, I just really wanted to use pink because it's one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite color. I recently got this new Happy Planner sticker book from Joann's. I ordered it from the Joann's website when it was really cheap, and then someone stole my package. So I went to the store the other day to get some other stuff, and they had this in stock. And it wasn't the same price as I paid online, but I'm happy to have this sticker book. And it's a really cute, it's called Groovy Teacher, and it just has all these fun, kind of retro-inspired stickers. And the ones I'm going to be using in this video today are these giant, daisies on the pink background. So there's going to be a little border of pink around them, which I think will be really cute. And then maybe I'll use, some of this, confetti stuff at the back. I'm just not sure, but I know these daisies are going to make their way into the spread. While I was at Joann's, I also got a bunch of scrapbook paper, so I'm going to pair the daisies with this, kind of spotty-dotty scrapbook paper to do, some bigger clusters around the outsides of the page. My cousin is getting married this weekend, so I wanted to do something, fun. It's a garden party kind of theme, so I thought florals would be appropriate for that. And then I'm going to bring in the Marabou Design sticker book because I really liked one sticker that I saw in here, and we'll probably try to find anything else in this color palette from this book, if I can find the sticker. I thought this Cheers champagne bottle would be great for the wedding on the weekend. I'll bring in some more of that teal color, and I found a bunch of it in this Womankind accessory book. So that's what I'm doing supplies-wise. I'm going to go ahead and take this off the discs, and we will get started. I'm going to start with the scrapbook paper, and beyond my cousin's wedding, I don't really have a whole lot of plans for the week. I will have to work, but I haven't gotten a work schedule yet, and it's getting really close to the week, so I'd like to have that soon, but I'm just going to have to plan this in a way where I can put in a lot of boxes after the fact, or just set up a bunch of boxes and fill them in with whatever the work schedule ends up looking like. So it's a little frustrating to not know what my plans are. I requested the days of the wedding off, so hopefully that gets taken into account. And if not, I'll probably have to go talk to someone because, I gotta be at this wedding. So my cousin is getting married on Saturday, and then I have another cousin who's getting married in August, I want to say. But I'm doing big pieces of scrapbook paper, and I'm just gonna cover up the dates. I do not care. I know Monday, Tuesday, I got it down at this point in my 25 years of life. I know when Monday and Tuesday are in the context of the week. So I'm going to do big pieces of scrapbook paper. I'm taking my Tombow Monodots adhesive and just covering the back of this so it will stick to the page. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right over where it says June up here in this left-hand corner. And I'm going to do something very similar in the lower right-hand corner to kind of frame out the spread. Joann's was having 10 for $2 scrapbook paper, which is an amazing sale. So I had to take them up on that offer. So I got, I think, 20 sheets of scrapbook paper, and I just love all the different patterns that are available. So I'm going to take another piece to do that weekend section. I'm tearing the scrapbook paper up towards me to get that kind of nice white border on the edge of the tear. And I hope this is kind of the right size. Yeah, that looks good. Again, it's a week in the summer. There's not a whole lot going on. If I have a work shift, that's a maximum of one box in each day. I maybe shouldn't have put the Monodots adhesive onto the paper on top of the spread. But the nice thing about the dots is that you can kind of just rub them away. I don't know if that's the case with just the regular kind of tape adhesive, but I can get whatever went over the edge off by that. And then I'm going to take my corner piece and put that down here. I think those daisies are going to look really good on top of this because they have that pink border. So you can really tell where the edges of the shapes are just on top of all the little dots. I've been in such a dotty mood lately. So we've got our giant daisies. There's a second page of them in here. Well, maybe not of them, but there's a second page of that pink backed sticker in here that has some quotes. Though it is a slightly different color. I would say this one leans a little bit more purple and this one is definitely pink. I would have preferred that they chose the same color for both sheets. That way it wouldn't be like such a slight match. Because I like this cluster with the little polka dots, but again, it's kind of purpley. And I was like thinking originally I would take this, it's a beautiful day to learn, and cut out the to learn. But if it's not gonna match my flowers, I don't know if I wanna do that. There's some other like quotes in here, but most of them have to do with teaching. Some cute circles. I love this, but again, life is better when you're teaching. I do teach. It's like part of my job as a grad student is to teach. So I thought I could use those when I get back in the classroom in the spring semester, because I'm taking a gap semester. If you haven't been around on the channel, I've talked about it a little bit, but how do we feel about the polka dots showing through the daisies? I guess I just didn't anticipate them being transparent, but I don't hate it. So you're gonna get those dots coming through the daisies. You're getting the outline of them, but maybe that's what I needed. Maybe I needed like the pieces to work together in that way. For some reason, I just thought why would I think that the white areas of the daisies would be opaque? I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't have thought that way. But you live and you learn. I'm just gonna put one more into this like trio, or I'm going to make it a trio. I haven't quite decided what else I want to do with this section just yet, but we've got 3 daisies. Maybe this one could go up a little. I am a little concerned about peeling this up off top of the scrapbook paper though, because clear sticker versus scrapbook paper, I think we know which one is going to win. Okay, the flower came up with no tearing, so I'm going to count that as a win in my book. And then I'm just going to reposition this a little bit further out. I want it to be kind of equidistant between the two, but also like not like really close to them. I think that's my best solution here. So I don't hate it, but I don't quite love it. So maybe I need to reconsider the trajectory of this. My other option is I was able to get that one daisy up off the scrapbook paper. I think I can peel them all up. And then maybe I'll take a sheet of white sticker paper, which I have some on hand because, you know, sticker shop requires sticker paper. Put them on the sticker paper and then like fussy cut them out so that they'll have a white background, so that they'll be opaque when I put them on top of the dots. It's worth a shot. This one is kind of tearing the scrapbook paper because it was on that raw edge, which makes sense, but I'm just gonna remove this sticker to begin with, and then we'll try that like sticker paper method. I grabbed a scrap piece of sticker paper that I had cut off of a sticker sheet that I made earlier, but I think there's gonna be enough room on here for the giant daisies. So I'm gonna put this right here, and then scissors or maybe an X-Acto. I don't know which is gonna be the better option here. But I'm gonna just start by like generally cutting it first, and then I'll get into like all the little areas of the daisy. And it doesn't need to be perfect. It might block out some of the little polka dots, but as long as that like pink shape around it is intact, I think I will be happy with whatever works out. And this is gonna take longer than I thought it was going to, unfortunately. I thought this was gonna be a nice, quick, easy spread. I've been getting like really in depth with my spreads this week, so I was like hoping this would be the one, like the nice, simple, easy one, but I have to make everything difficult on myself. So I'm gonna cut this real fast and then we'll test run it. The flower is all cut out, and I think I did a decent job of it. Like there's still a little bit of white border, but it should be fine. I'm gonna peel it up. It's kind of like a die cut. And we can test it out this way. I think this will probably be the better solution to my problem. Yeah, I like that a lot more. they really get lost in the polka dots and it looks like a little too much when they're kind of buried in there with the dots showing through the petals. So I'm gonna repeat that process with these other two, and I will be back once I've cut them both out. I guess that's your unsolicited sticker tip for this video. If you're not loving the opacity of your clear stickers, like you want to layer them in a way, and it's just not working, like you're getting like things showing through them that you don't want showing through your clear stickers. Like we've all had those moments, and I think that's why I tend to gravitate towards the paper-backed stickers most of the time if given an option, with the exception of like quotes, because those are one of those things that just layer really interestingly when they are clear, or like, you know, like the alcohol ink stickers or the watercolor stickers. Those are things that you want transparent. Flowers, on the other hand, when they exist out in the real world, are not transparent. And that's kind of like my rationale when I'm like picking stickers, like, is it transparent in the real world? If not, then I probably will go with the paper-backed one for opacity's sake. But if you're not loving the way that your stickers are layering because you're seeing things through your stickers or whatever, if you have extra sticker paper on hand, you can back them with it and then use them like any other like paper sticker, because now they are completely opaque. And you don't have to have like a whole bunch of sticker paper on hand. Like I'm using just scraps from another project, or even the margins of like a page in a sticker book sometimes have enough to like do this trick. If you're working with smaller stickers, I'm sure you could find a spot in this sticker book, like on one of the pages with paper stickers. So let's see. Like if I'm looking at this sheet of paper stickers, there's some room here in between the shapes that you could like use the sticker paper from the book to like do this kind of thing. It would take cutting apart that page in your sticker book, but sticker paper is a great tool to have on hand, especially if you're someone who uses a lot of stickers, and then you have it on hand if you want to like try your hand at printing stickers at home, doing printables, that kind of stuff. So something I like to have in my toolbox, not just because I run a sticker shop, but also because it just comes in really handy. So I've got one of them done. I'm going to do the other one real fast. And you don't need to watch me do this whole thing, but I was smart about this one. I lined it up with the edge of the sticker paper sheet so I wouldn't have to cut that straight edge one more time. So now the stickers that I originally had are opaque, and I can put them back on top of that scrapbook paper. This wouldn't be necessary if I was just like putting them anywhere on the white page, but because I want them on top of the little dots, I'm going to do it this way. Because, you know, if you put them on the regular page, it's just going to show like the regular page through it. You're still getting a little bit of ghosting with the dots, but it's not terrible. Nowhere to the effect that it was before, like with the basically clear petals. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place it just as I had done before. And now this makes me a lot happier. Well, I think it needs to move out slightly. Let's hope the sticker paper layer and the clear layer come up together. This daisy right here has seen some things. I have moved it way too many times. I think this is going to be its final, like, living space. We are already 23 minutes into this video and I've placed, what, 3 stickers? That is crazy. So I am going to go ahead and just prep some more of these daisies. I'm going to start with the larger ones. I don't know if I want to do the smaller ones just yet. Like, I probably will put them in the spread, but maybe in an area that's just the paper, so I wouldn't need to worry about them. I'm going to use the rest of this little scrap, though, to take care of some larger pieces that will go in that, like, bottom right-hand corner. So I'm going to take, like, the other half of the half flower, and I'm putting it against the edge of the scrap so I don't have to cut that straight line one more time. Wouldn't be the hardest thing to cut, but if I can minimize work in that way, I'm going to do it. And then I'll take this one right here, and I'm trying to avoid that calibration mark that the Cricut uses to like scan in like your print thing cut images. That's how I do my sticker printing. But I don't want that black line showing through the daisies because, as evidenced, you're gonna get stuff showing through them. So these are all on the scrap, and I'm just gonna cut these out. Okay, 10 minutes later, and we have some flowers cut out. I was not expecting this to take this long, but I like the way it's looking so far. I ended up cutting out a smaller one just for good measure because it fit in an area of the label paper that I had, and I'm like, okay, I might as well just cut one more if I'm gonna cut a bunch of them. So I'm gonna just start making a cluster over here. The one that is partially cut for the edge of the page is gonna go on the edge of the page, and then I'll take the biggest of my daisies. I'm trying to peel them up with my fingernails, which are decently long right now, but it's still a little bit of a struggle to get the backing off of them. They're kind of like die cut stickers, which I always have a problem getting the backers off of. Okay, we'll do that one, and then I'll take my medium-sized floral. So much easier to put them on the page than it is to cut them out of the label paper, but I think it will be worth it in the end, especially because they are my big statement piece. So I don't mind spending a little bit more time to add something like that into the spread. And then I have my smaller one that I will put probably down here. I think that's probably my best bet. And I want this to be a cluster of 5, so I'm gonna take one more, but I'm not gonna put it on the label paper. This one's gonna go directly on to the planner itself. So you're getting the same effect because it's on white paper. Amazing. So this part is completed. I like it. A lot of work though. When I was thinking this through, I was I'll have the cheers sticker up on Saturday, which is the day of the wedding, but I am not gonna have enough room for that. So I gotta make some changes to my original concept. I still want it in the spread. I like this kind of teal tone that goes with the pink, and there is some pink on the champagne bottle itself. And also, I think there's some checklists in here in that same color, if I was not mistaken. Yeah, so I'll do some checklists in that teal color to really bring the pieces together. Do I want it really with the florals? Probably not. I could probably put it down here on Thursday. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to have it anywhere other than the wedding day. Even the sidebar isn't looking too bad. But I feel moving it into one of these clusters with the scrapbook paper would look just a little odd. So I'm gonna hold on to it for just a second because I'm gonna get some boxes in here. And for that, I'm gonna use the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Boxes book, really because there's just so much black and white in this spread that black boxes seem like a good idea. On Friday, we're supposed to go to a music festival that's happening nearby. So I want to put a box in for that. I'm not really sure what bands we're going to see. It's an open music festival where you can kind of walk around and see different shows depending on who's playing at that time. So I want to do that Friday night with Nick. And I might have to work on Friday too, but I'm not sure yet. Again, I wish I had a work schedule, but I don't. I'm going to put the cheers box right on top of that, and then I'll take another smaller box to kind of cluster in there in the chance that I work on Friday. So this could kind of fit into this cluster, even like that. It's been a while since I layered boxes like this, so maybe I'm a little rusty at it, but I want to cluster some stuff. So Friday gets a box. Maybe I want one in here for Thursday as well if I have to work on Thursday, which I probably will because they typically call me in on Thursdays. I'm kind of getting in a habit of the days that I'm there and the days that I'm not there. Do I want this on top of the cheers or do I want it behind? We're gonna go with behind. I'm gonna have the cheers kind of take a focal point here. So they typically I get Mondays and Fridays off. That seems like what it's been for the last 2 weeks, but it's too soon to tell if it's a pattern or not, if I'm really gonna get every Monday and every Friday off. Not bad days to have off, because I like to start my week with a productive day where I'm getting stuff done for the sticker shop, which I've been working nonstop on orders for the last week and a half. And I'm filming this early, so I'm sure I will be working for days to come. But Friday is also a good day because it's kind of like the weekend, except it's not the weekend, and we really need people on the weekend because people go to retail stores on the weekend. And it's nice to like see people on the weekend. I don't really have, like, this sounds so sad. I don't really have a whole lot of friends in the city that I am currently living in, just because, like, where do adults make friends? Like, I don't know where adults make friends. And I have friends, like, that are co-workers. Like, I would consider my co-workers to be friends, but we don't see each other outside of work. So my main social activity is going into work or, like, seeing my cousin who lives nearby. So that's kind of the highlight of my weekend, is, like, getting to see the co-workers. I want something to mark my cousin's wedding, and I'm trying to figure this out. So my options are taking one of these sidebar stickers and doing, like, really big box here along the top. Or I could take another full box and put it horizontally. It's not going to work vertically. I know that for sure because those florals are in the way. And maybe I should have put the functional stuff in before I did the decorative. I mean, I could still do it this way. And I could even put the flower kind of partially on top of it. That might be interesting. So I'll peel up this petal and sneak my functional box in behind it. This one will be my cousin's wedding. And I might even need one more box on Saturday because the car situation has kind of been figured out. It was this whole debacle of, like, well, how... So the car, I know it's going back to my parents. It's going to live in my parents' garage, or my brother can drive it to work or something like that. So I know the car is going back to my parents. The question was, well, how am I going to get back from there if I don't have a car? But I figured it out. My boyfriend actually talked to the mechanic who agreed to hold on to the car until Saturday, and I can pick it up on Saturday and then drive it down for the wedding, and then my cousin who lives in town will drive me back. So that worked out well, and I might grab it on Friday, but I don't really want it out of the, like, protected lot, so we're gonna count that as a Saturday box. Not a big issue. And maybe I should put a box on Sunday for work. It's gonna be a box heavy spread, but I'll preemptively put one there, and if it's not a work shift, which I requested the whole weekend off, so I hope it's not a work shift. If it's not a work shift, it'll be, like, whatever my plans are for getting back to town. So, like, Veronica might drive me. Well, she should drive me. That's what I've asked her to do. But I'm going to peel up this daisy. Oh, I stuck this one directly on the page. That's why it's a lot harder than the label paper ones. But that means that it's going to have some issues when I just stuck it back because if I put this under, you're going to get the black line through the daisy. We're going to repeat the problem that we tried so hard to fix. Maybe I just don't need one on Sunday. We're gonna live with it. I do like this look of the boxes kind of going along the edge of that polka dot scrapbook paper, so I'm going to continue that when I plan out the other half of the week. So we didn't get to go to Drag Queen Bingo last Monday. My cousin forgot she had a work obligation that she invited me to, like, it was like an outdoor patio thing at the place she caters for. Like, it was a concert, but it was supposed to storm really bad. And I'm like, sure you want to be outdoors during this? But anyway, so we didn't go last week. She said rain check for this Monday. So I'll put a box in for that. And then my work shift can be, like, down here if I have one on Monday. I'm not sure if I will or not. But that looks pretty good. I kind of want some teal over in this area, but I'm not really sure like what I have in the way of teal. I'm gonna take this checklist, and now I'm remembering I pulled the Womankind book because there was teal in it, teal boxes to be exact. So maybe I should go looking for that right now. But I'm placing another checklist on Tuesday because I want it to be, like, functional, you know? Checklists are helpful for functionality. when I was thinking of the Womankind book, I saw these, which I was like, okay, I could cut the sticky notes and like glue them in place. That's like something I do. Today has been canceled. If something gets canceled, I'm gonna be using that. When I was saying like functional stuff, I saw these boxes right here that say today, and they have that gold foiling that the Cheers sticker does. So I'd like to put them in here. Maybe I should also just grab whatever I can find that works. I'm sticker-handed. Okay, so I'll take those labels for this. I don't want the things to buy list. Thought this sidebar was cute, but there's no room for a sidebar in here. We're getting really decorative with this one. I know I have an appointment on Thursday, so I'll put this one down here to bring some more teal to the bottom. So that'll be like work shift if it happens. That'll be my appointment. I do kind of like the way it stacks underneath the Cheers. I think that's kind of cute. For this one, this teal box, I'm going to use this for the time slot of my cousin's wedding. So I don't remember what time I need to get there, but I'll mark that over here because that's like probably the most time sensitive thing on the calendar. Like the wedding will start with or without you. So I like that, and I like how it brings the teal all the way up into that corner. And now we're working over here a little bit more. Tuesday is the 21st, so I don't have anything off the top of my head for like plans. But if I take another box and I layer it with this today one, I think that'll be good. I'll do a slightly bigger one just to add in some more variation. And I'm doing that same like kind of layered look where I'm building up a diagonal, but I can kind of like push back against it by like layering them opposite of the diagonal, but also still in that line. I think that looks good. Monday, this was going to be drag bingo, so I'll use this for like the time element to counteract what I'm doing over on Saturday. And then I need something for Wednesday. So I'm going to pick like just another box. Again, really box heavy on this spread. I'm getting good use out of this Black Boxes sticker book. And if I take this one, can like cluster it in here maybe, and it'll be a Wednesday box. But then I can take another teal checklist, if I can get it up off the page. Yes, okay. And this one can go at the top of Wednesday. I'm not like a huge fan of the fact that the one at the top of Wednesday and the one at the top of Thursday are like right next to each other, but I think it had to be done. So we've got checklists going on in that way. The spread's looking really fun, really functional too. I'm going back into Groovy Teacher because I think I'd like some more florals in here. Maybe just an accent down here between the two pages. So a white gel pen might be good for that. I'm gonna get rid of just these lines down here in the middle, and I'm gonna have the like florals go over the two pages or like where they split. I'll need to repunch them, but I think it'll be fun to have in like a cluster of florals that aren't on top of the scrapbook paper because the other two are. So if I get rid of these lines, they're not going to show through my clear florals, which has been the struggle this entire video. Just things showing through the florals, which I don't want. I do need to be careful that it doesn't get into the section of that checklist though. I'd like that to be writable. You know, it's a checklist, it should be writable. And for this one, we're gonna go just like right over the disc punch. And I'm gonna put it like right here. And I'll cut them apart once I finish doing the flowers, but for now it's looking good. We'll do like this one down here. And then I'll take the last of the bigger like florals, and I should do it like a little bit like lower than the other one, because otherwise they're gonna be the exact same height, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. So I've formed this trio. Now it is time to cut. I'm gonna start by doing the one down the middle and then do the edges at the bottom. And the scraps are still salvageable, like these extra floral petals. Can totally use those elsewhere. And maybe I went a little crazy with the white jelly roll. I probably didn't need so much room, like cleared up for these, but better safe than sorry. And with the white gel pen, you can use like a slightly damp Q-tip. If you just like run it under the faucet and then let it dry a little bit, you can get that, you can use that to like kind of remove some of the excess, because white gel pen, the jelly roll one at least, is a water-based pen. So water will remove it, or at least kind of diffuse it to the point where it's not as like strong. So we've got this, especially if it's still drying. I have not tested it on completely dry gel pen, but have tested it on drying gel pen, and it's worked in all of those occasions. I'm gonna build up this cluster a little bit more with some tiny florals. Just a matter of figuring out where they're gonna go. So maybe one like right there. And I can like kind of follow lead of all of these diagonals that I'm building, because everything is so diagonal. Can kind of follow suit with that and just like put this one following a little bit of a diagonal. It's gonna need a little bit more gel pen, and B, an X-Acto to cut it off where it intersects that Today box. But once those things are taken care of, I think it'll look good. So if I take this, I'm gonna just put it down and cut those excess pieces off the top. I didn't do an amazing job cutting it, so it's gonna dip a little bit lower than the box, but I think it works. And I can continue to like emphasize that diagonal with these tiny little pieces that I've taken. So like, if I put that right there, they kind of gradually get smaller. And then I want like maybe one smaller floral on the left half of the spread to fill in some gaps over here. So like that. And I think that's fun. And we could even bring this up a little bit higher, just above this Today box if I really wanted to, and I think I do. So I'll take like a partially cut piece and I'll stack that as if it's like coming out of the top of the Today sticker, just like right over here. I'm really playing with those diagonals. Can use a smaller one, maybe like here, and I think that's gonna be enough, otherwise it's going to be too much. But this is looking good. Yes, the Cheers sticker is like the only like full box decorative art or like quote on the spread, but it doesn't look terrible. And I think like Cheers is kind of the central idea here because it is like a wedding. I'm gonna go ahead and punch these with my Crop-A-Dile. This is just like the easiest way to get rid of a single punch when you overlap one punch, but you don't wanna repunch the entire like spread on like the Happy Planner punch. Mine is kind of buried somewhere because I always just use this Crop-A-Dile. I haven't had an instance where I covered up all the punches in a while, but this is a great tool. Okay, so I had mentioned this is the only quote, but I found some quotes. And this sheet from Create with Mandy, which is from Valentine's Day, very similar color palette. So if I can pull the pink ones, I think we should be golden. We're gonna use XOXO, Gossip Girl, in here somewhere. I could like put it over here by the wedding, which is very cute, kind of dipping into Sunday. So XOXO is gonna go up there. And then I'll take the other like fully pink quote. The rest of them are kind of gradients or like totally red, which I don't want that. You are so loved. And you know, stickers about love for a wedding, I think that is very fitting. So this one's gonna go over here, just hanging out in the sidebar, because there's nothing like super quote on this half of the spread. And I think those work. And the quotes are also forming a diagonal. Look at that. For the like checklists, do I want headers for them? Maybe, just maybe. And I'm checking to make sure I'm still filming, because when the videos get this long, I'm worried that they're gonna cut off, and I've put all this work into filming a video. So we've got these ones that say to do. I think the color is a little too light, just for the pink match. So I'm gonna hold off on that, and I'll probably just like figure something out as the week goes on. I could even use like black lettered words from, according to Allie, she has some like black script stickers that could be fun, but that'll go in when I fill this out. I think I'm gonna call it done on this one. Oh, this is so cute for National Pink Day. Yeah, it's not super pink heavy. Like, I didn't do a monochrome, but these pops of pink are really fun, and I just love the combo of the like spotty dotty and then the pink florals and the checklists. It just looks really good. I'm really happy with the spreads I'm making this week, even though they've been taking a really long time. This spread is all set up back in the planner, and I think it looks great. That pop of gold in the middle with the discs really highlights the foiling on those 3 stickers. I didn't add in a whole lot of foiling, but I think it works. So this is fun. I like playing with like different like directionalities, I suppose. So like I've done spreads where I've done like something across like the middle, like very horizontal, but this is like very diagonal. Like we have like the scrapbook paper that kind of forms this like diagonal line, and then the boxes highlight that, and then we got like that. I love it. I think the colors work really well together, and I can't stop saying that. And it's just so cute. Like, it doesn't like scream wedding, but like at the same time, I suppose we have our like something blue. I'm not the one getting married, but I think it'll be a cute like spread for that. And it just suits my personality. I would say this Groovy teacher book is really fun, and I can't wait to do more with that. I have used like 1 birthday sticker out of it in last week's catch-all. But I will be making like more of like full spreads with it because it's a really cute sticker book. I'm sad that my original order got stolen because I ordered 2 of them, and I only bought 1 when I went to the store to get a replacement, just because it was full price when I was in the store. So I'm like, do I really need 2 of them? I can make do with 1 and then wait for it to go on sale and then get the second one. Because, you know, the teacher books or like the back to school stuff, it always goes on clearance. They always have extra of the back to school like teacher stuff. I don't know why. Every single year. But I'm pleased with the way this one turned out. Groovy Teacher is a great sticker book, and I think the spread followed suit. I think it looks great. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!